A 29 male moved out of the apartment I share with my girlfriend Celia, 31 yesterday, took everything that was mine, which turns out was basically everything. We've been together for 4 years living together, for it started great. Then the rules began first. It was small stuff, no she. Who's past the entryway, find reasonable dishes, immediately after eating, sure good habit. But it's no about fast. By year 2 of living together, I had a literal printed list of household guidelines taped to the fridge. 37 rules. I counted some highlights. No friends over past 8 p.m. on weeknights. Pre-approval required for any purchase over $20. Mandatory couple time. 7 and 9 p.m. daily. No phones, no TV, just connecting. Specific shower schedule. Her mornings, me evenings. Only no eating in any room. Except kitchen. Weekly relationship check-ins with written feedback. No gaming on weekdays. Groceries only from her approved list. Laundry done her way, folded her way, put away immediately. I went along with it, kept the peace. She'd say was about respecting our shared space and building healthy habits. Meanwhile, she broke her own rules constantly. For friend Jade stayed till 11 p.m. Tuesday. That's different. She bought a $200 purse without asking. I don't need permission for personal items. The kicker was I paid 75% of everything: rent, utilities, groceries. For her job as a social media consultant, she managed 3 small businesses around accounts, brought in maybe $1,200 per month. My IT job covered the rest. But somehow I needed permission to buy $25 game on Steam 3 days ago. The explosion happened. I bought a pizza my way home, didn't realize we were out of her approved dinner ingredients. Was tired, grabbed a large pepperoni. The war crime apparently. He didn't check the meal plan. Celia, it's just pizza. I was hungry. It's about respect the plants, as Tuesday is salmon. We don't have salmon because you were supposed to shop month day. I work late Monday. You're home all day. Wrong thing to say. She went nuclear, screamed about my lack of commitment to our systems, how I constantly undermined her efforts to build structure, how I was sabotaging our future. Then she said it, the magic words: if you don't like my rules, leave something. A me just click. For years of walking on eggshells, following arbitrary rules that only applied to me, asking permission to live in my own home. Don't mind if I do. She laughed, that bitter condescending laugh. You're right, you wouldn't last a week without me keeping your life together. I didn't argue, just went to bed. Yesterday morning, she left for yoga brunch. Shopping routine every Wednesday, like clockwork. I took the day off work, rented a U-Haul, started packing. Here's what I took: all furniture. I bought it all: TV, game systems, electronics, mine, kitchen appliances. It Scepter V to mix bedding, towels. I bought them all. Streaming passwords change, and first my name off the lease month to month. Thank God. Every subscription canceled. For supplementary credit cards, canceled. Utilities cancellation notice for and a month. When I left her clothes and personal items, her beloved V to mix the printed household guidelines on the fridge. A sticky note: per your request, I've left, rent is due on a first. Jake, my phone started blowing up around 4 p.m. 63 texts, 29, cause voicemails, getting progressively more or unhinged. Is this a joke? Where's the TV? The power is scheduled to be shut off. Jake, this isn't funny. My car got declined to Whole Foods. You can't just leave. I make the rules. You don't get it. Just decide. Come back right now. This is theft. I'm calling the police. Please, baby. I didn't mean it. You're overreacting to one little fight. Where am I supposed to live? I'm crashing at my buddy Tomas's place, sitting here with beer, watching Netflix on my TV, eating takeout stray from the container like a savage. No meal plan, no scheduled couple time, no written feedback about my areas for improvement. Peaceful. She wanted me to follow her rules or leave. I left. Turns out, when you make ultimatums, people might actually take them. Update 1. The entitlement escalation has been educational. Data started with her showing up on my work. Security has, or on camera, having a complete meltdown in the lobby when they wouldn't let her up without an appointment, apparently screaming, "I'm his girlfriend," doesn't override corporate security policy. Who knew? She pivoted to my phone. "Celia, we need to talk like adults. You told me to leave. Left." "Celia, I was upset. You don't just abandon someone over one fight." It wasn't one fight, it was 37 rules and 2 years of double standards. "Celia, those guidelines were for us to help you be better. They only applied to me. You broke them constantly." "Celia, I made them so I can adjust them. You're not mature enough to know when flexibility is appropriate." The delusion, actually stunning. Then came the financial reality check. "Celia, gotten real comfortable with a certain lifestyle, weekly yoga classes, $150 per month, regular mani pedis, $200 per month." Her again. "A grocery addiction, $600 per month, easy random Target rights, all on credit cards. I paid off monthly." Her own credit trash from her preemie shopping habits. That's why she was supplementary on mine. By afternoon, the tone changed. "I can't afford the apartment. The landlord says I'm not on the lease. I need money for groceries. This is financial abuse. You owe double." "You and me support a structure my whole life around our relationship. That last one structure." "Her life? You mean sitting at home, making tic-tacs, while I worked 50-hour weeks?" Then came the proxy attacks. Her mom called her sister Dina, texted her best friend Layla, sent a DM novel about how devastated Celia was, how I ripped away her stability. My response to all of them: "She told me to leave. I left." But here's where it gets good. Layla let slip something interesting. Apparently Celia had been bragging for months about how she had me properly trained, how her relationship system was revolutionary. He was planning to start a coaching business from chaos to control, how I transformed my boyfriend. I was or test subject. Her success story in our whole plan was ruined because the lab rat escaped. A3 brought legal threats. She found some template online and semi-formal demand for free. Months of transition support, $6,000, return of shared property, everything. I took compensation for emotional damages, payment for her to re-establish housing. I forwarded it to my cousin, who's a paralegal. He laughed, said it looked like she Googled how to sue boyfriend and car. Opie pasted the first result. Then the real kicker: Tomas came home from work with gossip his girlfriend works at the same yoga studio Celia goes to. Apparently Celia have been telling everyone for weeks that she was planning to upgrade from me once or coaching business took off, that I was practice for the real relationship if she'd have with someone more successful. But she needed me to keep paying for everything until then. So much for being devastated about losing the love of her life. I'm looking at apartments tomorrow, 1 bedrooms, no rules on a fridge, no mandatory feedback sessions, no pre-approval. Full pizza freedom. Taste like pepperoni. Update to the extinction burst is real, but make a financial desperation with a side of delusion. First, she tried emotional manipulation, showed up at Tomas's place at 11 p.m. Sunday with a box my stuff. I didn't even want all college textbooks. Summers became Bull's mascara strategically smeared wearing the dress from our anniversary dinner. I just wanted to return. He thinks I'm not the type to keep what's not mine. Noble, except she was angling to get inside. When Tomas Moston by she tried peeking around him. Is Jake here? I have his things. You can leave them. I'll make sure he gets them. I need to talk to him. Just 5 minutes. He said no contact. Then the mask slipped. This is kidnapping. You're holding him against his will. Tomas, bless him, to said lady. He's at the gym. Also Shusti Steve Butte Buick on kidnapping means and close the door. But the real entertainment started Monday. Remember her Instagram coaching business dream? Well, she decided to launch it with me as the unwilling case study. Posted a whole series. When you've given too much, recognizing emotional manipulation. According to her version, I was chronically unemployed. I've had the same job for 5 years. She ordered me financially opposite land. I refused to contribute to household management. I wasn't allowed to. I abandoned her after she set healthy boundaries. 37 rules equals healthy. I stole sheer property out of spite. I took what I paid for. The comments were initially supportive. You go girl, no. Then people started noticing things like the tag locations on our old posts, expensive restaurants that I paid for, vacation photos that I funded, whole videos with my credit card. Someone commented, wait, if he was unemployed, how did you afford all those trips? She deleted it. But people screenshot it. The narrative started crumbling. Then Wednesday happened today. I found a perfect apartment. Put down a deposit, moving in this weekend, texted her that I'd be getting my remaining stuff from our all place Friday afternoon, and she needed to be out. Her response was magnificent, and it's entitlement. You don't get to tell me when to be in my home. Is not your home. You're not on the lease. Have lived there for 2 years as my guest, which ended when you told me to leave. You can maybe homeless. I have rights. You have until Friday. After that, the land or handles it. She tried calling a landlord. Poor Mr. Peterson had to explain that no living somewhere doesn't automatically make you attended if you're not on any paperwork. And don't pay rent, she screamed at him. To Thursday was the negotiation phase. Suddenly, I was the love of her life again. She'd reflected on or mistakes. The rules were just her way of showing love. She'd gotten carried away with the structure. Or we can start fresh. No rules passed, just a few rules, the important ones. No Jake, please, I'll go to therapy. Great idea, good luck with it. Then the final attempt, the Hail Mary. She sent photos of her in situations with a mess. Siege, remember what you're giving up. I replied with a photo to my new apartment key. Already got something better. Radio silence for 2 hours. Then you're making a huge mistake. I'll give you one last chance to fix this. Come home by tonight, or we're done. We've been done since you told me to leave. I did mean it. I did. Friday afternoon came. I showed up with Tomas in another body. Diego, the apartment was instructive. She trashed it, not violent damage. To stop doing anything. Dishes, piled up garbage, overflowing laundry everywhere. The woman who demanded hospital-level cleanliness have been living in fear for a week because she literally didn't know how to maintain a space without someone else doing it. She sat on the floor. I'd taken a couch surrounded by printouts, apartment listings. She couldn't afford job application for positions. She wasn't qualified for loan applications that were clearly going nowhere. Happy now, she said, you've ruined my life. He told me to leave. I left. I didn't mean it. Then you shouldn't have said it. We loaded my stuff in silence. She tried one more time. As we were leaving, I'll change the rules. You can have friends over whenever. You can eat in the living room. Please, it was never about the rules, so. Celia, it was about the fact that you thought you had a right to make them. The last thing I saw was her standing in the doorway of the empty apartment, holding that laminated list of rules, looking absolutely baffled that her system had failed. Final update. So this is how it ends now, with a bang, but with a whole lot of reality checks. It's first the immediate aftermath, the landlord Victor, not out of spite, but because she couldn't pass the credit check to take over the lease. She tried to squat claim tenant rights. Mr. Peterson had to get the sheriff involved. Took 2 weeks, but she was officially out. Where she go back to mommy, daddy at 31. But she wasn't done with me. Oh no, she had one more card to play. Small claims court. I got served 3 weeks ago. She was suing me for unlawful eviction, $3,000 theft of sheer property, $5,000 financial abandonment, $4,000 intentional infliction of emotional distress, $3,000, $15,000 total for leaving. When she told me to leave, I hired a lawyer, not because I was worried, but because I wanted this done right. Cost me $500 for the consultation and court appearance. Best money I ever spent. Court day was last Tuesday. She showed up in what I assume was supposed to be her serious businesswoman outfit. Her dad was with her. She printed out everything, our text conversations, her household guidelines, bank statements, even her Instagram post the ones that didn't contradict her story anyway. The judge was not impressed. Judge: Miss Celia, were you on a lease? Celia: no. But Judge: did you pay rent? Celia: we had an arrangement. Judge: didn't money from your account go to the landlord? Celia: no. But I contributed in other ways. Judge: wow. Celia: I maintain a household. I created systems. Judge: did Mr. Jake ask you to leave? Celia: I didn't mean it literally. Judge: but you did say it. Celia: yes. But it went downhill from there. She tried to claim the furniture was ours because she'd helped pick it out. The judge asked for receipts, all my name. She claimed financial abandonment. The judge noted she was never financially dependent on me, as we weren't married, and she had her own income. Be emotional distress, claimed the judge, actually asked her to explain how me complying with her request caused her to distress. Best part. My lawyer presented her Instagram posts, the ones about her revolutionary relationship system, and how she was going to upgrade for me. The judge asked if she'd been planning to in a relationship anyway. She stammered. Her dad looked confused. Guess she hadn't told him that part. Verdict: case dismissed, all claims. She owes me $500 for my legal fees. But wait, there's more. Remember big coaching business idea from chaos to control? She actually tried to launch it, made a website, and everything, posted testimonials from France. Fake created a $299 course on relationship architect. You're sold. Exactly zero. Turns out nobody wants relationship advice from 31-year-old who lives with her parents and sued her eggs for following her instructions. Her Instagram following tanked from 2,000 or maybe 300. The yoga studio quietly suggested she find another location. Tomas, his girlfriend, over her. The manager saying Celia was too dramatic for their peaceful environment. Those 3 small businesses. She did social media for they drop her. One of them hire me to fix their website. During the meeting, they mentioned their last social media person went off the rails and started posting about her personal drama on their business account. Last I heard through the grapevine, still at her parents' house, working part-time at a vitamin shop, dating some guy from a gym who apparently loves that she's so organized. Still posts about toxic exes. In Knowing Your Worth still has that laminated list of rules. Her mom found it and threw it out, but she reprinted it. Me little my best life. My apartment is clean but lived in. I eat pizza in bed. Sometimes I have friends over whenever I want about a PS5 without asking permission. I'm dating someone who thinks rules in a relationship should be things like be kind and communicate openly, not for the fitted sheets and a perfect squares. Funny thing about ultimatums: when you tell someone do this or leave, you better be prepared for them to leave him. When they do, you don't get to cry about it. She was right about one thing though: I wouldn't last a week without her. Keeping my life together have lasted a month. It's been fantastic. To everyone saying I was too harsh, she literally told me to leave. I literally left. Actions me consequences. To everyone who's been through something similar, you peace of mind is worth more than their rules. And to Celia,